So the Positive Vet Nurse, basically, I started that 8 years ago. So I was in my last year at uni. I was struggling quite a lot with my mental health around that time anyway. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to call it my Positive Vet Nurse blog, right? And it's just going to be me talking about my own experiences, like sharing positive quotes, just things like that, really. And the idea of that was that I didn't want people to feel alone in it, because I knew that mental health and the stigma in veterinary is huge, and especially at that time as well. I mean, things have started to change actually now, where there's more initiatives and stuff, but at the time there really wasn't anything. And I remember being in practice and someone was like, "Oh, you can't talk about stuff like that," and I was like, we should be talking about stuff like that actually. So that really got me going with the Positive Vet Nurse. And I said, you know, if I can help at least one person, I've done my job. And I was talking about this the other day and I got really emotional with it, because this is my like baby that I've created for myself. And today we hit 14,000
Wow. Wow.
on Instagram. And I was just like, if you had like an auditorium of that many people in a room, and I'm talking to people about how my journey has been. And I just kind of want it to be, I don't want people to feel like they're on their own with it, because I felt like I was on my own with it. And I thought, I must be an awful vet nurse. I must be rubbish. That I can't do anything right. And it's the fact that there's so many other people that are feeling that way, but they've got no safe space for it. There's nowhere to put that. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I have people that message me daily and are like, "Oh, can I just speak to you about something?" And it's that kind of, for me, I love being that like person that they can come to and speak to about it, and I can give advice. Like, yeah, sometimes I have to signpost, but I think that's better than somebody sitting in complete silence. And we know what mental health can do. We know the severity of what that can cause in our profession. And yeah, I just don't want people to feel that way. So then from there, the ideas kept going and going and going, to then where I was like, oh, okay, I want to do something a bit different. So I started my coaching qualification. I got that, started my own business. At first, originally, it wasn't to do with a Positive Vet Nurse. It was coaching, but I wanted to do it like for all women, and just kind of niche out of veterinary a little bit, because I felt quite burnt out at the time. And I was like, I don't know how long I'm going to be in veterinary for, which is really sad to think, actually. I was like, I don't think I can do this anymore. And then what really happened was that nurses kept coming to me. And I was like, I can't get away from any of you. Yeah. And then it just kind of sent a little light bulb, and I was like, I can't leave this. Like, I've got too much to say. Like, I've got too much that I want to help with and do. So basically now I do it where I do coaching for people that maybe don't have a lot of confidence, have got a lot of self-doubt in practice. Maybe they're going through a really tough time, and their self-esteem is really low to the floor, and they just need that kind of direction, that actionable step as what to do. And I'm very affordable. Like, I have very affordable and accessible coaching. Whereas a lot of the time, if you want private therapy or anything like that, which I'm not knocking, by the way,
Yeah.
but if you do want that, you normally have to pay a lot of money, and you're probably going to be on a long waiting list as well. Whereas with me, it's, I kind of assess people as to where they're at and where they want to go. If I can help you, if you need referring to therapy, then that is definitely something that they can do. But a lot of the time, they just need that actionable plan of what to do next. So yeah, it's been a big journey.